Um, the genitals, maybe the male have the penis, the granules is about the testis, and the chromosome is 46XY. And the female is about have a vagina, your uterus, your ovaries, and maybe you have 46XX chromosome. But if somebody, the chromosome is about 47XXY or 48XXYY, so many combinations. Or if a genital is not look like a male or female, how we can define? From the United Nations, the information is about the intersex people are born with. We are not changed. We don't want to change, and we are born in as a sex characteristics that do not fit the typical binary notions. At the first, we know that this is born in. It is not by the changing. And it is about the sex characteristics, about the biological status. It is not about the gender. This 2 point is the main point we define the intersex people. Let us see about this picture. On the top of the photos, we find that there is a genital. Is something asking the questions? I heard some people is talking, but I cannot hear clearly. Okay, I continue. If you have any questions, maybe you can ask me when I finish the presentation, okay? Or you can speak in the microphone, or you can type in the chat. Okay, about this photo, we see on the middle of the top, the genital ridges. They have 2 balls. They have 2 red balls. That's 2 red balls. If we developed to the male structure, it will be the testis. If we develop as the female structure, it will be the ovary. On the top part, this is everybody before the 6th week. In the fetus, we are the same structure. Our biological structure are the same structure before the 6th period. And then it based on our chromosome. If you have the Y chromosome, you will go forward to the male structure development. And then that genital ridges will be developed to be the testis, and then the testis will be make more male hormone, and then that fetus will be developed more as a boy. But if you don't have a Y chromosome, your genital ridges will develop to be the ovaries, and the ovaries will be make more female hormone, and the female hormone will make that fetus develop to be a girl. So everybody, I will tell you, you have been the intersex people before the 6th week, and then you develop as a boy or a girl. In this photo, you can see the outside of the first 6 week. In the middle, we can find the genital tubercle and the urethral growth. That's 2 parts. Before the 6th week, in the first 6 week of the fetus, if you have the Y chromosome, you will develop to the right side of the male. The genital tubercle will be grow as a penis. At the final, that fetus will to be a boy baby and have a penis. But if you don't have the Y chromosome, you will develop to the left side to the female structure. The genital tubercle will be developed as a sequence. And also, you will have the vagina. So, from the picture before and this picture, you will find that everybody before the 6th week, or we can say in the first 6 week of the fetus, we are the intersex, we are the neutral structure. And then, based on our chromosome, most we will develop to be a boy or a girl. But some of the people may not develop as a boy or a girl. Same as me, we, the intersex people, do not develop as you say the normal status. If we focus on the penis, how it developed, from the normal stage to the normal final stage, there have been 6 stages. If somebody stop in some stage, for example the stage 3, and then it born as a baby, you are not easy, the doctor cannot easy to identify this is a boy or girl. Maybe from the chromosome, but it is not sure. In this picture I will show you more. This is a girl about 12 years old. If you look at her outer figure, you will see, yes, this is a girl. The breast is okay, the body figure and the face, yes, this is a girl. And if you look at the right side of the top, the outer of the genital, look like no problem. But if you look back to the left side, that's girl, you can find 2 pieces, something like balls, in the lower part, at the outer area of the genital. And then in the right corner, in the right bottom corner, when the doctor opened her body to check about it, in the normal girls, you can find the vagina, the uterus, and the ovaries inside the body. But this girl, we cannot find these 3 organs inside her body. And the 2 balls, when we open, we find that the color is different, the texture is different. And then they make more diagnosis, they find that the pink one, this is the tissue structure, same as the ovaries. But the gray color one, this structure is a testis structure. So we find that this girl, she have 2 kinds of the granules. One is about the male granules, the testes. Another is about the ovaries. But we can find that her body more developed as a female body. Maybe the ovaries, the hormone from the ovaries more dominate her body. But she still lack of the ovary, vagina, and the uterus. So this girl is an intersex girl. And then we take a look about another picture. This guy, this man, is about 26. If you take a look of his outer figure, maybe you cannot find any difference. But if you look at her penis, the bottom picture, you will find the penis a little bit smaller And please focus on the bottom of the penis. You will find a small hole. This is his urine outlet. His urine outlet is not at the normal position. It's not in the front of the penis. And also you cannot find the genital look like have the testes. More look like the female outer figure. And then we take a look of the inside of his body. At the first we look at his penis. Yes, we cannot find the urine tip inside the penis. And then the backward we can find the bladder and the urine tip and the urine outlet. Yes, same as position of the bottom picture. But at back of the bladder, you can find he has the uterus and also the vagina. Upper of the uterus, you can find something look like the ovary. Outer figure, he is a man, but inside the body, inside the genital structure, he has the male penis and also the female uterus vagina. But you cannot find the vagina have the have its outlet. It joined together with the urine outlet. So if he has the vagina and also the uterus, maybe he will have the monthly period. If the monthly period coming, the blood how to go out will be go out as the urine in the urine outlet. But he will not know that this is a monthly period. He will just go to the doctor and the doctor say, oh, maybe you have something infection, and then the doctor will give him some antibiotic, and then after 1 week, yes, he recovered, he feel well, and the blood stopped. But why in the next month he will have another urine bleeding? If the doctor did not check it more deeply, no one will know that he is not a man. He is an intersex people. And may I tell you that his chromosome is 46XX. It means his chromosome is a female chromosome. If we don't look at his penis, just look at the inside, we will say he is not a man. This guy is a female. If we make his penis more smaller, it is a female, but she don't have an open vagina outlet. But now, this guy, that intersex guy, have a male outer figure and a mixed male and female genital and the reproductive system inside. These two people, also the intersex, but they have different type and different the body development. In the Western medical system, they call we are the disorders of sex development. It means, yes, we are talking about the sex development. And because of something disorder, so make our body cannot develop as a male or female. So we develop as an intersex. But from our intersex group, we don't agree about this term. We don't about this name for us. Maybe yes, we have something different on our sex development, but may not the disorders. most of the intersex people, we can living healthy, happy, and contribute to the society as the most of the people. But if the medical system diagnoses the difference as disorders, and then they have so many difficult for us since we born. Another picture, it is a very compressed picture. I will not talk too much, but I just want to tell you on the two polar, one side is about the male and another side is about the female. Inside these two polar, we have so many different structure categories about the intersex people. Maybe in the world the numbers of intersex people are not, is the minority. We are not as much as the majority. The intersex people is the minority. But we have so many types and so many variations, so many differences inside. That's in the middle of the spectrum. It is so complex situations. As I'm a doctor, but I still cannot understand totally about all the information of the intersex people. It is about the chromosome, it is about the developed stage, so many situations. How minority of the intersex people, from the information of the United Nations, up to 1.7% of the babies are born with intersex status. Maybe I will not calculate with 1.7% if we just talk about 1%. In Hong Kong, we have 7 million. Yes, that's 7 million. How about 1% Hong Kong citizens about the intersex people? Maybe it will be 7,000. If we calculate about in the mainland China, if 1% of the mainland China citizens will be the intersex people, how much will be? It is so much. If that group of the people in the world are living with the suffering, living with the difficulties, this is a humanitarian situations. What situations the intersex people in the world is living with, and the United Nations intervene to that group of people and talk with us. The intersex people now, we are losing some human rights. That's human rights. The most of the people, the majority people, can enjoy this human right. But maybe the intersex people, we lost that human rights. The first, we cannot to be alive in some area, in some situations. Maybe in some poor country, when they find an intersex baby, they will kill it. Because they will think about, oh my God, why we have a devil children? Why we got a children as a genital disability? So most of the intersex people, if they born in some poor area, poor country, they will be died. Or I will say they will be killed. If the intersex people born in the modern society, Will it better? May not. Because we received some of the inquiry calling from the parents they got the intersex baby. The doctor had been several times to ask them to abandon, to give up the baby, to give up the fetus when they found that the fetus is an intersex fetus. I always ask the society why the intersex fetus do not have the right to be born, to be a human. Why just we have the different genital structure and we lost the right to be a human? We cannot born as a baby. We don't have the right to enjoy that world. We don't have the right to be the child of our parents. Why just because we are the intersex fetus children or the human, we will be killed? It always happened. In the past 20 to 30 years, in our mainland China, the one-child policy, we know that under that situations, so many girl baby have been killed because most of the family won't have the boy baby for the continued generations. But there also have so many disability baby and the intersex baby have been killed. We don't know how much, but I can sure so much. So much intersex baby killed just because we are the intersex, we have the intersex structure. And the second, we lost the right to have a whole body, an intact body. When our parents and the doctors find that we are the intersex baby, by the definitions from the Western medical system, they say we have the disorders, we have the illness. And then they will bring us to fix it. They will try to help us. I can say help. They will help us to modify our body back to the normal. But at the first, who know that baby want to be modified? If I'm the intersex and if I feel I don't have any health problem, I want to keep my original organs. Do I have the right to keep it? Now I'm the human. I'm an adult human. I can make my own choice. But when I was a child, our parents and doctors will say, because the child cannot make their own decision, they don't have the ability to make their own decision, so the parents and the doctor will replace the authority to help them to make the decision to modify their body back to the male or the female structure. But no one asks the intersex subject, the intersex individual, do you want to be modified? When I was a child, they brought me to the hospital. From 8 years old to 13 years old, I experienced over 20 times genital surgeries. They tried to fix my problem. I don't know what the reasons I need to be fixed. After 5 years, they cannot make me back to the normal. But the history of that 5 years, I experienced so much suffering on my body. If no one knows that the intersex children want to be a male or female or the intersex persons, why we are now that body status grow up until that person can make the decision themselves, maybe 13 years old, maybe 16 years old, maybe 18 years old. When the intersex people grow up, we will try to understand our own status. If the people can give us more information, we will choose ourselves to make the decision for our own life. But when the parents and the medical system replace my decision making right, when the surgery done, all cannot reverse. Some of the intersex people, they told me, when the parents help them to choose one of the gender, when they grow up, if they don't feel comfort of the gender the parents help them choose, they need to go to another genital surgeries. So some of the intersex people, we need to experience multiple genital surgeries to make our lives for a long time suffering on the genital modifier. It is not fair for us, because why we cannot make our own choice. So the third about we know the right is we know the right of our self-decision. If over millions of the people in the world losing the right to be alive, losing the right to have an intact body, losing a right to have a self-decision. Yes, this is a humanitarian issues in the world. Don't worry, I'm not the infection people of the COVID-19. When the United Nations know that the intersex people, over a million intersex people in the world, are experiencing very humanitarian situations, since 2015, United Nations, the Human Rights Department of the United Nations intervened to speak with us. In the October of the 2015, United Nations announced a very strong statement to the world. It said, "State must, as a matter of urgency, prohibit medical unnecessary surgeries and procedures on intersex children." It is a very clear and strong announcement to the world. It is not talking about some states. It is talking about all states must, and urgency, prohibited. It is a very serious situation. The United Nations intervened and make a statement to announce the world. This is the High Commissioner of the Human Rights from United Nations. In the past 4 years, he had been several times to talk about the situation of the intersex people. All the world we need to concern about. Let us to have the human right to be choice our life situations. I think I cannot play this YouTube, and then I will share that PowerPoint as a PDF format to your tutor. He will share with you, and then you can click on that YouTube clip. You can see there will be you can find a video clip made from United Nations to talk about the intersex issue. At that video clip at the final, there's have a face is talking about intersex baby are perfect, just the way they are. The intersex baby don't need the modify. They don't need the genital surgeries. They are just perfect as they are. Let them have a original body. We give them love. We give them the caring as the most of the baby. They will grow up healthy. They will grow up happy. And then, if we have the chance to be learning, to contribute to the society, we can benefit as the most of the people as you. So now we are asking, we need to prohibit the medical unnecessary surgeries and procedure on our intersex children. We are asking to protect our physical integrity. We are asking, respect our autonomy. Naked have the right to make our own decision. Naked, let the intersex people have the right to choice to be a male or female or intersex people or trans people. And I will also asking you to show your concern and support. How you can show your concern and support? I will suggest, if you have the time, please you can post some of the message on your Facebook or WeChat or something internet application media to say, today you learn some information from small about the intersex. You understand and you also concern the intersex issue. If one day in your friend or in your family system, they have some people are the intersex, they will go with you and they will tell you, yes, I'm the intersex people. Now I'm facing some difficult. I need your concern. I need you pray for me. I need you walk with me. Maybe you will save a life. If you don't tell, if you don't make the announcement, some of the intersex people, maybe they hide to living around you. They will never tell you they are the intersex people. So you need to make your announcement first. You need to show your concern. You need to show you like to take care of the intersex people. In one day, they will like to contact you, and you can help them so much. We don't need to be cut if we want to be a human, or we don't want to be cut to be the citizen in the world. If one day you need to be cut to be someone, I think you don't want it. But now the intersex people, we are experiencing something like that. Being a doctor, always we are talking about life and health are the first. And I always told the patients, please keep your health and your life first. And the money is not the first. If you earn the money but you lost your health, all your money will give to daughter. You cannot enjoy. I welcome. If you like to earn so much money and then you give your money to me, I will say thank you so much. But I think you don't want it. So please, you keep your life and your health first and help the intersex people to keep our life and health together. We don't need the genital surgeries. Still have some time. I will share about something we have done about our organization or the international intersex movement. At the first, we are trying to remove the dirty name that the medical system gives us. We don't agree the disorders of sex development, that term. Maybe we can accept the difference of sex development. We agree we have something different on our sex development, but we may not agree that is a disorder. We are something different. It don't mean it is a disorder. Because when the doctors say this is a disorder, all the parents of the intersex baby will think about, oh, my baby have something illness or have something problem. And then they will bring the baby, they will bring the intersex baby to the doctor and ask the doctor to fix the problem. But it is not a problem, it is just a difference. So we are asking, wherever the United Nations, wherever the WHO, now we are talking about the WHO, so disappointed about the situation on the outbreak. But if we're talking about the dirty name from the medical system, we are asking, please don't use a very negative name for us. And in the past 5 years, in the world, we have something changing. At the first, in the 2015, Malta, the country Malta, had been made the law prohibit the genital surgeries for the intersex children under 12 years old. And Taiwan also make it in 2018. And in the 2019 early, some states in India also make that law. And also in EU, the European Union, they also make the strong recommendation for their members, for their state members, in the coming years, need to change the law to protect intersex citizens. We hope will be more countries to change the law, to make a new law to protect the intersex people, the human right, and prohibit the genital surgeries for the intersex baby. Let us grow up. Let us have the right to make the decision ourselves. And we have some group of our intersex activists in the world is working with WHO to asking the ICD. ICD means the International Clarification of Disease, to change the DSD term to the more neutral, not negative words. But it is not easy. it is difficult for us to ask in the WHO to change something. But we are working hard to lobby the WHO and also lobby United Nations, help us to lobby the WHO, and also we asking United Nations help us to lobby all the government to make the norm more positive. And in Hong Kong, about the gender recognition in the past 2 or 3 years, we are asking the government to have a gender recognition law for the trans people and also for the intersex people. For the intersex people, we are talking about no surgeries. We won't have the self-announcement arrangement. If we want to change or we want to get the gender we want, and if the government like to do that, we want not just ask us to be a male or female. We also want have an intersex category we can choose on our ID. We are asking about it. We cooperate with the trans people like Casper. Together we are lobbying the government. We hope we have the human right in Hong Kong to choose our gender with no surgeries. So I think the time just fit for my presentation and my sharing here. If you want to contact me, here is some information, and then the PDF I will share with you also include this information. Welcome you, add me in your multimedia, and I also say again, I ask you show your support to make a simple announcement in your Facebook or in your WeChat. If you can make it on your multimedia, you can tag me too, so another intersex people in your friend group or in your family system, they also can find me, they can connect me, so we can support each other. So okay, I will stop here first. Skype, are you here?
Hello.
Yeah, do we have some time to have a Q&A first or later?
I guess so. So first of all, thanks more for your fruitful sharing. So now I just want to know, anyone of you